see me. It's a little dark in here. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk about something that still is hard for me to talk about, but y'all know I'm like YOLO to the depth of me. I think before I act sometimes, or I do before I think. There you go, I do before I think. But anyways, so it's about rejection. You already know. So basically, I don't think I have ever had a problem with knowing how dope I am. And this is not to come out cocky or whatever, even though like some of it might be a little cocky. But I think I've always, like, just as a young kid, I kind of knew that, you're not too shabby. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got it going on. You don't look too bad. You love people. You like helping people. You'll love folks. And you dress nice. You ain't too bad. So I always kind of had this thought of myself, like, you got it going on. And the problem wasn't necessarily knowing my dopeness. The problem was I needed others to validate my dopeness. So like what ended up happening is Nina had this confidence in herself, but then life came, and what ended up happening is I started to see how people treated me and how they valued me. So I would have people that I felt like I was top dollar, that I was worth top dollar, but then people were paying like low dollar for me, and I'm over here like what is it? Like, really, this is what you want to give me? Hey Ryan, this is what you want to give me? You want to give me low dollar? Like, this is how you see me? So then, when you have enough people chipping, or when you have enough people who are constantly paying you low dollar, or when I say paying you, I mean treating you like you're low dollar, or not seeing your worth, then, and you don't have a solid foundation on who you are, you begin to believe what people treat you like. So then now you don't think you're worth anything, because you have put so much power in other people's hands on how much you're worth. And so even though I know I deserve the best, and even though I know I should be treated a certain way, I take what I can get. I take what I can get. I take low dollar. I sell myself for a little bit to nothing. Just so I can feel validated, just so I can feel that validation from people, just so I can feel like I'm worth something. Well, at least I may get a penny, but at least I got something. And I wasn't patient enough to wait on top dollar, on what I'm really worth or whatever. But and I'm still figuring myself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that we need to encourage people that it's okay to admit that, man, I'm still figuring myself out, and it's okay to admit that, like, you're still figuring life and what that means and what things mean in life. We don't have to know everything in its totality. I think the beauty and growth is figuring it out along the way. And it's okay to not know everything about yourself, and it's okay to not know. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay. And so anyways, So a part of me feels like maybe the reason why my confidence was so easily broken was because maybe my confidence was more so in myself and in my capabilities and in what I could do, you know. So because people weren't, or some folks that I met in my life, you know, treated me like I was worth, I felt like I was a piece of lint to people. Like, that's how bad it got, and that's how bad it is. That there are times where I'm like, dang, I feel like a piece of lint to you. Like, I'm like, you were able to throw me away like I was just like a bug, like a roach. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you know, like, I would never do that to you, and you just treated me like I was just disposable. Like, have you ever felt disposable to people? You know, or you like they make you feel like whatever. And it's funny because it's like, to this day, it still happens to me. I'm almost 30 years old, and I still will get folks that will just literally write me off or literally dispose of me like I'm nothing. You know, it happened to me the other day. And granted, like, this person that I was dealing with, she's not in her right mind, so like I don't really charge it to her or whatever, but that doesn't take away from how I feel by her actions. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, but yeah, like, feeling disposable to people. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess, you know, like I said, maybe the problem that I had, that of why my confidence was so easily chippable. Chippable, that was good. Was because maybe I shouldn't have put it in myself and how perfect I could be. You know, maybe the problem was I had to come to the realization that I'll never be everything that people will need me to be to them. You know, so I found myself in situations where I was trying to overachieve just so particular people in my life would like me or would love me. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because to this day, I still do that from time to time. You know? And I don't like it. You know, this is a subject that I definitely don't like discussing because I don't like looking weak. You know, I come from a family full of strong women, and, you know, a lot of strong and wrong women. But, you know, we don't cry. You know, that if you cry, you go in the other room, you cry to yourself, and then, you know, you come out of the room, and then you know, you boss up again. You know what I'm saying? But crying is not something that, you know, no, we don't do that. You know? So weakness is not something that I'm used to displaying. Even though I'm very transparent with my life, and there are some weaknesses that I am okay with sharing, but there are still some weaknesses and I'm just like, ooh, they gonna think that I am weak. They gonna think I'm crazy, you know. But because I have such a YOLO mentality or whatever, I just kind of push past that, and, you know, come what may, you know, whatever the consequences, whatever comes with it, come what may, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so my confidence was in the wrong thing, in the wrong person. It was in myself, I guess, you know. And that may stem from the fact that I'm a control freak, you know. But I should have put my confidence in Christ. Now, shoot, how do you know to do something when you don't know to do it until it's time to do it, or till you learn? So I've learned over time that I need to put my confidence in Christ, you know. And I'm still learning what it means to accept Nina. And hopefully that will turn into better accepting others. And that it's okay when people choose to reject you. You know, I'm still learning that. I preach about it all the time, talk about it all the time, but I'm still learning that it's okay. It still stings, you know, so I'm still learning. I'm still growing in that area. That's still a tough one for me, you know. I'll be honest, you know, I'll be honest, I talk to my family members, my friends, and I'm just like, look, if I could let this thing go, I'm telling you I would. If I could snap my fingers and just not care about people rejecting me or how people view me, I would do it, bruh. Like, I know that you shouldn't care about what folks think about you. And some days I'm strong in that, and other days I'm a freaking little baby about it. You know what I'm saying? But that is my process, and I can't help that. Like, you know, like I can't help how things make me feel, and you know, I can't help that. You know, and I think a lot of us, you know, we put so much confidence in ourselves to fix ourselves that you know, that it's almost foreign to us to rely on God to do it. It's foreign because we're so used to hearing, get yourself together, get it together, do, you know, you got the power. Power is inside of you, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, you got, and it's just like, whew. I mean, bruh. I learned back in 2015 that my own willpower is not strong enough. It's not. You know, you can lie to yourself if you want to, but bruh, I tried it. I tried to keep doing things on my own strength, and literally I broke. And literally I tried to be strong, and I just couldn't be strong anymore. And ever since 2015, I'm still learning that it's okay to rely on me, Nina. It's not weak to rely on me, you know. And I'm still, so even that's a process in itself. It's still a process of like, okay, God, how much can I really rely on you, and how much can I really like do it for myself, and you know, how much, you know. And so I'm still in that process of learning that, you know. But at the end of the day, we need to realize that you'll never know how hard it is to deal with a particular struggle until you actually experience it yourself. I used to always, like back in the day, I used to always like be very critical of people, and I'm definitely learning not to be like that still. But I used to be very critical of people for being weak and not being able to handle certain situations and putting themselves in certain situations. And I would be very critical and very judgmental. And woo, life done taught me to humble myself. Sure did. Life has taught me to humble the heck out of myself, because, you know, and that someone's struggle, you know, it may be easy for me not to smoke. Like, you know, I smoked weed back in the day, and I wasn't like a smoker. I was like a social smoker. So that wasn't my thing. But you got some people who it's really like, it's hard, bruh, to like not smoke weed. You know, it's hard to stop. It's hard. You know, you got some people where sexual desires is not something that bothers them. And you got some people like me, who it's hard, you know. You got some people who anger is not something that they struggle with. You got people like me where anger is something that is very, very is very familiar to them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what people are going through until you actually walk in their shoes. And so I'm learning that. And growing in that, you know. And so anyways, I guess to kind of conclude this whole thing, you know, we're all not perfect. We're not perfect. None of us are. And I think that we need to accept that we aren't. You know, we want so bad to be perfection, and every time it's like it surprises us that, hey, I'm still flawed, you know. And I think that we allow others to put this pressure on ourselves in being everything or being perfect, whether we do it intentionally or unintentionally. And I don't think that we need to worry about what other people think. You know, we need to honestly see ourselves in the eyes of God. And God is not worried about you being perfect. He's not worried about you, you know, not being all that you can be. I think that he's just not worried about that the way we worry about it. He's just not. But I do think that the best thing that you can do is rely on him. Just rely on him. Rely on his goodness. Rely on his mercy. Rely on his grace. You know, rely on his faithfulness. It's okay to rely on his faithfulness. And I'm learning that. That's hard for me to learn, but I'm learning it, that it's okay. You know, you mess up and you learn how to rectify that, or you learn how to, you know, be better in that area or whatever. But it's all about growth. You know, we're all in this growth process. And that's really all we can really do. Just continue to grow, bruh. Continue to grow. And continue to remember that God is not like people. So the moment that you have a negative thought, or the moment you think that, oh my gosh, I freaking messed up, you know, all hope is lost, it's not. All hope is not lost. I don't care how bad it gets. You know, let me tell you something. There'll be days where I'm so happy, I'm having a good time. And then the next day, it's like, bruh, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And yesterday, I felt like that. And like, it's funny because the day before I was just dancing in my house. And then the next day, life just hit me like a ton of bricks. And we've made that abnormal in the human experience. And it's okay to be going through that. So you have to redefine what is normal, you know, and you have to, you know, let your standard be what the Creator has for you and not what people have for you. You know, that's where you'll find peace, is knowing God. That's where you'll find peace. It ain't gonna be easy, but that's the answer to everything. Okay? All right. So that's pretty much it. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good morning. Life. All right, y'all.